I've been trading for over 8 years now, and I want to go over 7 of the most important lessons that I've learned throughout these years that I'm confident you will learn something new and you will learn something you've never heard of before, and it will in result make you become better. Before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. And also, if you do not follow me on my Instagram, I'll post a link in the description below to do so. It's a very good resource, and similar to this video, you're not going to find things anywhere else on the internet. But one of the most important lessons that I have learned over these 8 years is I prefer trading, and I like getting in when things are not very obvious. So spotting non-obvious things before they become obvious is a very serious edge, and it enables me to take better trading setups. How many times have you entered a trade, it looked really good, you got the best confirmation, you were so confident it was going to work out for you, and it ended up being a losing trade? Well, I'm pretty confident that that trade was something that a lot of other traders were also watching, and it most likely was a very, very obvious setup and very easy to see. I go into the market every single day trying to find opportunities on the opposing side of the market. If I see everybody and the sentiment is so bullish, well, I'm looking for ways to be bearish. The reason for that is everybody's on the same side of the market and buying all at the same time or selling all at the same time, then the market is not going to move in that direction fluently. Because that would mean that everybody that's buying or everybody that's selling will be correct on that position. And if everybody was correct, then there would not be such thing as a market. So start looking for levels, start looking for chart patterns, start looking for setups that not a lot of traders are watching, and start looking at them to buy and sell before they become very obvious for everybody else to buy and sell. It's almost like being first on the bus. You get to pick the seat before anybody else can. And in the market, if you're first in that trade, you're going to get in before the market moves at the best price. The difference between my interpretation and your interpretation is a correlation of our screen time and experience. Your success and my success is directly correlated to the amount of time that we spend in the markets. This took me 2 years to start seeing some light and to start making some profits. That's why I'm a firm believer that the process is more important than anything else. Many want to get rich quick. Many want to make a big bag in a short amount of time with no screen time and no experience behind the screens. I don't wake up and say I'm going to trade the markets to make money. I simply wake up and say, okay, I'm getting behind the screens, I'm going to look for my setups, and I'm going to follow my process. That's because my process and my setups is what makes me money. I don't trade the market to make money. I trade the market to follow my process because my process will make me money, and that's a very important point right there. Now, something that really changed my success behind the screens was letting go of my thoughts and not thinking as much. When I overanalyze each chart and each setup, is this going to work? Am I going to be wrong on this? What's going to happen next? Then I'm clouding my judgment and I'm not going to take good setups. The best trades that I take are trades that I don't put much thought into, and the worst trades that I take are ones that I put so much thought into that they simply don't work out. Because as soon as you think too much, number one, you're going to hesitate and you're going to skew your risk to reward by getting in the move way too late because you were thinking, is this going to work out? Am I going to be correct? And if you have these thoughts, that's simply going to cloud your judgment. And if your judgment's clouded, you're not going to be able to focus on what the market's telling you. My best trades are effortless. I simply enter and exit with very minimal effort in the present moment. Start thinking less and start doing more. You have to approach the market with no fear. The amount of profits that you take out of the market and go into your account is inversely correlated to the amount of fear that you have in the market. The more fear that you have, the less profits you're going to take out, and the less fear that you have, the more profits that you're going to take from the market. You cannot make money if you're scared to lose money in the first place. If you want to make $2,000 a day, then you have to be comfortable losing $2,000 a day. And because of this, I want to make it very clear, and I say this to Investor-Trade members pretty much every day, that I never know a trade is going to work out for me until it works. I take good setups all the time, and people always ask me, like, Carmine, how'd you know that was going to work out? And the truth is, I did not know it was going to work until it worked. I know when the probabilities are in my favor, and I know when the probabilities are not so much in my favor, but I never know a trade will work until it actually does work. I go into the market with an approach of two simple concepts. Number one, I need to have a valid trading plan and a valid thesis with multiple confirmations. If I don't have a good reason, I simply do not enter the market. Point number two is my risk managed? Do I have a minimal risk to reward ratio of 2-to-1 or better? If I have a controlled risk and I have a solid trading thesis with multiple confirmations, then I have every reason to enter that trade not knowing if it's going to work out or not. Everything else in the market is completely out of my control, and the greatest risk you're going to take is not having any risk on. Now, confidence is a very important habit and lesson that every single trader must develop, not only in the markets, but with any other successful business. You need to have confidence. I go into the market every single day with confidence. I never question my ability. Is this going to work? Is this not going to work? Because I have a system that I can repeat on a daily basis that works out for me very well. Confidence is a very successful trait because you are confidently entering the market day after day, win after win, loss after loss, repeating each trade over and over because you know that's what works out for you the best. And that's how you build confidence, by repeating it and by reviewing it over time. It's almost like approaching a girl with zero confidence and trying to get her phone number. It's just not going to work, and she's probably going to kick you to the curb and not give you her phone number. If you go into the market every single day without confidence, then how are you expecting to take profits consistently if you don't have confidence in yourself and confidence in your strategy? The best analysis in the market will be your own analysis. The best trades that I take come from my own analysis, and the best trades that you take will come from your own analysis and your own plans. There will be nothing more rewarding than creating a plan, following your system, managing your risk, and making money on the setup. Self-sufficiency is key, and if you want to do this for the long run, you have to be self-sufficient. And in the Investor-Trade community, I make every single member become self-sufficient. After you go over the videos, in the Discord, there's no alerts, there's no signals, there's no handouts. Every member takes their own trades off their own analysis. Yes, I post my levels, my charts, my scenarios, and what I'm watching and how I'm trading it, but each member that has success long-term consistently has formulated their own system, their own style, and their own strategy, maybe off mine, maybe off somebody else's, and takes their own trades. If you were to follow somebody else simply buying and selling because he bought and sold, not only are you hurting yourself and probably losing money, but also you're not getting better for the long run. So if you want to do this for the long run, you want to learn how to fish instead of getting a fish handed to you, then you have to do this the self-sufficient way. And that's my whole goal with Investor-Trade as well. And these are 7 of the most important lessons that I thought of and could write down that I firmly believe and do on a daily basis that helps me every single day. And I'm confident it will help you all out as well. If it does, come back to this video, comment any updates, comment any questions, drop a like on that. I would really, really appreciate that. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that as well. But I'm going to end it. See you on the next one. Peace.